Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're back on Magic the Gathering Arena because my computer is still in shambles. I'm actually recording this on my laptop right now. It's a bit of a scuffed setup. This is the deck list. We've changed it a little bit since the last time. Took out that Elvish Regrower. We have Saz now. Benthic Druid, which is really just one card so that we, just in case we get stuck, this card wasn't crazy useful for other shit. We're running 22 lands, just a couple of quick studies. We took out one of the quick studies as well. Put some Snakeskin Veil in for hexproof, Candy Trail to kind of selectively steal draws, Overprotect for the same thing as Snakeskin Veil, and then the Traveling Chocobo, which really should have been in the deck the whole time, but I kind of just didn't think about it. With all that being said, pretty much everything else is largely the same from what I remember. These might have not been in there as much. Yeah, we just kind of optimized the like the actual landfall trigger for this, and are, hopefully about to do pretty well. I played some matches earlier, and I did not do very well. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully you guys aren't hearing double of this audio. Like I said, this setup's kind of scuffed. Traveling, actually, yeah, the only card that we don't really need out of this is the Benthic Druid. We're gonna play a land here. We're gonna play Chocobo. Draw Snakeskin Veil. He's playing white, black, or green, so he's probably playing multicolor. I'm gonna play another one. From this point, we want Chocobo next turn. We can't really get it. Because, like, I can hold this card right here, because this card being on the field this early doesn't, like, really matter. Changes what he might target later, but the Snakeskin Veil to protect the Chocobo is kind of nice early on, depending on what he has, because especially if that's a black mana, he plays any other type of mana, he can tap to play this here. But we do have Traveling Chocobo, and we went first, so we're kind of down a card right now. We'll play this. We'll risk it. We'll tag up one here. We'll take a very, very small life lead. And see what happens next. You're gonna play another for a black creature card. That is perfectly fine. So this is kind of, like I said, this is again kind of awkward. But if we play it like this, we play this. Hold the Chocobo, we're gonna play shit, we're gonna he is now the biggest threat on the board. We also have Snakeskin Veil if he gets murdered this turn. Same as Retro True, he's just gonna eat the 4, that's fine. The same is also true for Bill here. His board is kinda empty. Creature can't block. This creature has haste as long as your opponent has 10 less life. Whatever land you control enters, you return the this is the same card. The attackers. You're gonna attack, you're gonna pass. We can eat this damage pretty easily. That card can't block, so we have 7 points on the board. We have Thornwood as well, which is actually pretty good because now we're gonna play the Chocobo. Now shit's really gonna get real. Have Snakeskin Veil for this. For this turn though, because neither of those can block. 3 damage. We are at a very large life lead. At this point, if this Chocobo dies, that would be Unfortunate, but we would still have plays here. I kind of need to top deck a land. Well, our top deck is actually Bushwhack, which isn't a bad card, right? Chocobo, Traveling Chocobo allows us to see the top part of our deck. Yeah, I don't care about that. Okay. I'm going first. I don't have a turn 1, but I have Bill, Hydra, Traveling Chocobo, 3 lands, and Benthic Druid. But again, Benthic Druid's not terribly useful for this. This card might end up leaving, but for now we're going to keep this. This card ends up being useful kind of later game if I'm stuck. But I think that taking this card out and replacing it with another Primeval Bounty, um, or potentially another high cost card. What the fuck is the other high cost card that's in this deck? Um, it's Primeval Bounty, and there's one other. Oh, Bionic Upgrade. We don't have a ton of like I said, so we're gonna go in case wherever he plays. What would be a good top deck here? I think a good top deck here would either be a spell that plays a land, or Saz. Saz isn't bad. Saz isn't immediately useful this turn. Playing Bill by himself like this, I always hate to do, just because this card is so good, and to leave him kind of stranded after like this doesn't we do, however, we have some plays here. Okay, so we're gonna put this here. We're not gonna play this Hydra though, because our +1 counter on this is gonna be wasted anyway. We are gonna play this Hydra Choke, we're gonna put a monster on the field, and we get potential to play lands from our deck. From this, what is your ability? Yeah, so we're gonna all attack this. You're most likely gonna let this through, and that's gonna be fine. Yep, okay. You're playing white and green currently, so murder's not really an option. You can enchant this. Playing with unicorn. This deck doesn't really seem great, all things considered. But we're gonna play this here first. And we're immediately. Right. And now we have a 12-12 on the board for next to nothing, pretty much. We are going to single attack with Bill here because he's got 3-3. This is going to be, it should be another relatively free thing. He can double block this. Yep. I was going to say, he can double block this and kill Bill, but one of his monsters will be gone too, and currently he doesn't really want to do that. With the way that this is set up right now, though, again, kind of need to top deck a land here. If we don't, it's not like an issue. We do have 2 more mana. You just absolutely, I mean, I guess for a blocker, but I can't block for 1. The 15 doesn't matter as much. This is a bit of an awkward place to be in. We kind of have to play this land first, which is fine because... Wait, hold on. Actually, if we play this land first... Landfall... That triggers... We play... We play Saz here and hold Snakeskin Veil. We're going to search. We're actually going to grab a basic land. I currently don't have one to play next turn. Turn here. Our top deck's going to be Bushwhack, which is actually relatively helpful. We can fight a target creature. And then... realistically, we're going to use Bill's ability next turn to double all our +1 counters. And then we're going to boost the +1 count. Well, that'll make him a 5-5, though. Alright, what's the play here? You have 4 mana. You're not playing a mana card, so unless you're... Okay, yep, saving it for the timeout. +1. Okay. Roll the... Roll. This is getting kind of scary, but we actually do have Showpoke here. Showpoke is triggering twice now. We top decked another land. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna play Showpoke. Right. Now we're gonna play another base. We're gonna put... This is gonna be... We no longer have enough mana to do this. So what we're gonna do here... We need to clear something right now. What do you do again? When Renoa heartily enters, create Angelo, right? Whenever it attacks, another target creature gets +1 until for each creature you control, which is kind of a problem, but yeah, I'd say that's probably the highest threat on the board at the moment. Target creature fights target creature you don't control. That would be, I guess, Bill. Right, because that would be... And if I attack with... If I attack with Saz, he's going to put 1 more counter and then double the counters. So he's going to have 5 counters on him. He's going to be at 7-2 before the double. He's going to be at 4 after the double. I apparently did that math wrong. Well, because he starts as a 2-2. That's right. He starts as a 2-2. So yeah, so he can't die this turn from blockers alone. But full blocking here. If he can do 15 damage next turn, then Saz is who he kills. Interesting. You were fine with board wipe? I'm confused. I feel like you... Because that didn't have trample, right? So, I mean, 1 block... You use... I would say this to block Bill. And then... I mean, I guess your unicorn... Or, no, just your token to block Saz. But at the same time, if he didn't full block something and kill it, the likelihood that he wins, or the likelihood that he loses next turn was really high anyway. But at the very least, he would start with 1 creature. But it would be 1-3, but he is 5 mana right now. He has fucking 12 life to make up for this lead. I have a 12/12 on the board. I have hexproof, which he doesn't know, but I have hexproof. He pacified this, but realistically, Chocobo being pacified matters, like, literally not at all. So why he didn't do Bill here? I'm kind of confused. Let's do attackers. Oh, Kalidoki. Yeah, so we're gonna play Benthic Druid first. We're gonna play this one, which is Excuse me. We're gonna see what happens. I go first. I have Chocobo, so I have a turn 1 play. I only have 2 mana, so the rest of this is kind of iffy. But 2 mana gives me cycling. Hopefully I can top deck a land. So yeah, I mean, we at the very least have some semblance of a play here. Primeval Bounty is always good. This card, it's a 6-drop, right? So it's a 6-drop enchantment too. I honestly really need to put another one of these in the deck. Play 1 land, summon Chocobo. The likelihood the Chocobo dies next turn isn't great. Oh, we draw the other side of this. We're gonna... He's playing green, right? So the likelihood that he has an enchantment is still kind of 50-50. We're gonna hold on to this. Death touch, fine. Oh! So here's the thing though. We have 0 lands, so we're going to... Now we're going to do this. I need a land. Fair enough. Clear that up. Because I'm not terribly worried about it. I'd rather clear the death touch early. Again, fights this turn and summons, because right now he doesn't have any of this. This is a mana card. He has 4 mana on the field. Realistically, he has nothing. 1. Alrighty, so we're gonna do this little Precious Wandering here. This is gonna get we're gonna all attack this. Okay, it's fine. Again, the likelihood that he fights this turn. He's playing some boost shit. Damage that turn, it's fine. I can do more than 5 damage this turn. Alrighty, so what I want to do here, I have some options, right? Because I think my best option is probably just Showproof Forest. Or, well, but here's the thing, right? Did I fuck up? Yeah, okay. I think that shit. So we're gonna have 6 mana this turn, which means that we're not gonna be able to play any. Well, we need to shift. Take action. I realistically, I need this. Is what I really need. We're gonna hold, because now it actually is kind of important that I hold. You had 4 of these in your hand? Damn, that's crazy. might actually lose, to be honest. We might lose this one. Okay, 4, 8, 12. Yeah, I lost. Damn. I don't know how I could have gotten over this. I think drawing Saz second turn really messed me up. But I mean, holy shit. I mean, the fact that this dude had 3 of these in his hand was crazy enough. I mean, like, realistically, this is probably all this guy has, right? He's probably got, I mean, yeah, literally all of these are elves. He controls 7 elves currently. So, yeah, how much damage was this actually? 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 31. Yeah, fuck. That was crazy. And there was just nothing I could really do about that. I think that I get so realistically this was wait, how did he even play this? Oh, 1 mana of any color. Okay. Yeah, so realistically this was a what's it called? Diversion. Um Killing the Thornworld Archer early helped, and getting our Showpoke destroyed kind of sucked. I think also I realistically should have guaranteed a land instead of this Chocobo because I had Primeval Bounty. I could have played Primeval Bounty. I could have had some more options here. Um, so I think that some of this was a misplay on my part, and some of this I just kind of genuinely got outplayed. Um, but with all that being said, I'm gonna pull up the deck list one last time. Alrighty guys, so this is the final deck list that I was running. Like I said, I kind of want another Primeval Bounty in this deck. I'm still kind of trying to play with some of the values and stuff in this deck to see what I can actually get away with. Um, I think that this card's late game ramp is semi lackluster. I think that um I think that Primeval Bounty is a card that I need to play possibly in a different way. I think the biogenic upgrade helps a lot. But irregardless of that, I like having both of these is obviously helpful. I don't think that the Benthic Druid is helping as much as it used to. Um, this is a mythic card, isn't it? Yeah. This one's not. So yeah. Yeah, with all that being said, guys, if you did enjoy this video, definitely be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to let me know to see more. Sorry for the kind of sporadic uploads. Like I said, my computer has been down for going on a month now. But I feel like I'm pretty close to fixing the shit that I need to on it. So yeah, with all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys next time. Later.